I think the Invitational is a special race because anyone can win it.
I guess for me it was the highlight of the years that I ran it.
To have a really important race in Armidale, that's super special.
For the last 9 years, the Armidale Athletics summer season has been kicked off with the running of the annual Sportspower 400 metre Invitational Handicap. The race has proven to be a highlight for the sport, both for its high-quality field and the unique handicap format.
The whole feeling of the race is completely different, and the build-up is completely different. And seeing people in front of you and behind you, it gives you this special drive you don't really get in any other race.
It's really about everyone improving. So it's not about your general skill set that you already have. When you go to your line and you look up at the field and you see all those people lined up in front of you, and you know you're going to have to run them down.
It's probably even more nerve-wracking than competing in Sydney because you're up against your mates and there's a lot on the line.
But the broad range of contestants that we have, so you've got young kids, 10, 11 years old, to old guys like Jay. Just because it does have that extra level of, I guess, unknowing. Because it's a handicap.
You're running more against people you know, with people you know. There's people around that are watching it.
The only time that's like a normal race is when you go down on your start mark and you're waiting for the gun.
You hear people just coming up behind you. It wasn't just you overtaking the deer. You were running to stop almost a pack of other runners behind you. So
it's a handicap. There's people who have set times through the year that are slower than yours. That means they're going to be out in front of you. They've got to run lesser distance so they can go harder over that distance. It's not just a flat 400. You've got to be disciplined and fit as well to be able to run the further distance that you need to.
It's about showing the dedication that you have to the sport. If you train hard, you get the results, and it shows on the day.
So far, the race has proven a tough nut to crack, with no athlete being able to win the event more than once. The victors, though, all have some idea on what it takes to win a race of this nature.
I think you've got to want to win it above everything else. Before the event, there's a lot of little decisions you'll make, and it's about, will I have this drink? Will I put in this extra training session? Will I get to bed early tonight? And unless you really want it, there's 50, 60, 100 decisions you'll make which won't be right.
Consistency, determination, and I guess it takes years to develop this sort of mindset and getting to know your body, getting to know your legs.
Confidence. Yeah. I have to say that's the biggest trait that you need. If you go into the race knowing you're not going to win, or not believing in yourself, you're not going to win the race. Yeah. Even if you're not in the best physical form, I think that really if you go into the race confidently, you can pull it off. Yeah. If you don't do that, then you haven't got a shot.
You've got to be consistent in your training over the year. In the race, you can't be complacent.
Oh, you've definitely got to have a lot of determination.
Look, I think you just got to be tenacious and just keep looking ahead. Even if someone passes you, anything can happen in a race.
It does hurt. There's times, and you can't be having a discussion with yourself when you turn into the straight. Is this important to me or not? You got to know that's got to be beyond doubt.
Definitely just guts and just walking out all the pain you have, because it's longer than 400 for most of us, so you're going to definitely have a massive lactic hit, so just try and block it out and keep on going.
It hits hard on some people, and some people find that extra bit of energy.
You just need to go for it from the start, and probably last of all, the most important thing is you've got to want it. You've got to be out there in those days when you're on your own.
Well, I think you just look forward and just go as flat out as you can for the 400 metres and don't stop until you're over the line.
Tactically, the race has more in common with an 800 metre race, but it is over in half the time, and mistakes are magnified.
You've got to go around athletes, which is something you don't normally have to do. And in the home straight, it's normally just carnage. Everyone's just trying to hold on and get to the line as fast as they can.
I'm used to it, I guess, being an 800 metre runner, having everyone on that inside lane and battling with them through the last lap of the track. But yeah, for a lot of other people, I guess it's a new feeling.
The main thing that I've learned is that the second bend is where the race is won and lost. It's critical, especially as a back marker. I usually catch most of the field over on the second bend, and so you've got to make a split-second decision whether to go around, try to sit in and wait for the home straight, and haven't made the right decision that many times because I've often felt that second bend has cost me the race.
The 10th anniversary Sportspower Invitational will take place this year on October 1st, and the first two invitees are last year's winner, Luke O'Donoghue, and 2012 runner-up, Travis Stollett.
I could try and get a double win, but it'll be hard, I think.
And now I've been training hard, probably the hardest I've ever trained, and I'm the fittest I've ever been, so come race day, I've given my best possible chance at winning the race, and we'll see what happens.